Hello, 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 friends. Happy Friday, everybody. It's Friday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you are. I hope that you are doing extremely well today. It is Friday. I am happy that it's Friday. I think the weather has finally broke here in New York. We were having a serious heat wave happening here. It was hot, 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 but I think that it's going to be a nice day today. It's going to be regular. I'm good with regular. Tell me who you are, where you're coming in from. I love how you all start the conversation before I even go live. It makes me so happy that people are like sitting in anticipation for a conversation with Mrs. Deveter. So yay, we are all here. Happy Friday. Okay, so I'd be Serenity, Haley, Sandra, Critters Crochet, Karen, Miss Monica M, Sarah, Vicky, Cheryl, Hal Crochets. Hello, Kathy. There's someone here named 0607 Nikki. Hello, welcome to the party. JD, Aaron. Hello. Danielle. Hi, Susan. I party on with yarn and crochet. I love that. Who else we have? Hello, my lovely Yolanda. Welcome, Cheryl, Angela. Ron, I'm not going to pronounce your name right. Hello, Daisy. Miss Daisy sent me a super cute picture of a cover that she made for her travel mug. It's super nice. She made it with her new Streamline metal hook. So woohoo to you. Hi, Kimberly and Lindsay, Angela, Jennifer, Jessica. Who else is here? Hello. Come on in. Let me know who you are, where you're coming in from. I saw somebody say that the weather where they are is beautiful. Daisy said it's hot in Tennessee. I'm sure it is. I hope you're staying cool. We got folks in from Michigan. Hello, Cheryl. Thank you, darling. I love my earrings too. Y'all know I go through a whole wardrobe thing when I'm not wearing my nightgown, of course, like that time before that we won't talk about. But I go through a whole wardrobe thing, and I'm like, did I wear that last time? Did I wear that shirt? Did I wear those earrings? Did I have that on already? Like, it's a lot. I need to go shopping. Like, it's a lot of stuff that goes into these. Like, do I put on lipstick? Do I open up the blinds? Do I close them? Can they see? It's like a whole lot going on with this one man show here. But we make it happen, and I'm so happy that you all join me on the journey, having fun conversations, keeping it light because it's Friday. I hope that you all enjoyed our conversation last week. It really was insightful, learning about all the different trends that are going on in crocheting in the fiber arts world and seeing where people are with it, right? Like seeing how people feel about it, if they agree with it, all that good stuff. So if you didn't get a chance to watch last week's live, make sure you go back and check it out. It was a really good conversation. So I know everybody is super excited because Furls released a new hook. We got a new hook today, and I encourage everybody to go ahead and pick it up. If you are anything like me and you like pink, you cannot see it. My camera is not the best here, but blush is here. So a lot of our affiliates had let the cat out of the bag yesterday that we were releasing a new hook, and it is now here. It is a blush streamline metal hook. When I tell y'all that this hook is so pretty, I mean, it is so pretty. I love the color. Streamline metals are now my favorite hook. Like Odyssey has been for a very long time because, like you guys know, I do a lot of amigurumi, and you really shouldn't make those with wood hooks or with resin hooks because your stitches have to be really tight and they might snap, and you don't want that. So these streamline metal hooks What's going on? I have two computers here. These streamline metal hooks are like all the rage, y'all. So I have the streamlined silver ones, and I have the streamlined onyx, and now we have a new addition to the family, blush. Isn't that beautiful? I hope that you guys are going to go ahead and run to the website and get your favorite size so that you can add it to your collection. I'm putting them in my 5-hook stand. Don't that look so pretty? It's just a beautiful, beautiful addition. Let me turn around here and get some of mine. So I put them, yeah, I got all kinds of holdy things for my hooks, but these are, I'm going to see if I could do 4. So y'all can see the variations. I'm doing a Pam. Oh, look, if I hold it back this way, y'all can see a little bit better. But here are the beautiful new blush hooks. And then you got your silver hooks. And then you have your onyx. You need them in your arsenal. If you don't have them already, if you did not go to the website as soon as they came up, I don't know what you was doing, but these are my new favorite hooks. I use them for everything. And the streamlined silver comes in smaller sizes. So this is an F. Right now, the blush is only coming in the 4 to 10, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, it's the 4 to 10 that you can get the blush sizes in. And they are just so pretty. I love them. I'm going to put a link in here for you all. Let me go to Furls, and I'm going to put the link in the comment section so you can go and take a look at them. You know, there are some beautiful pictures up there of the streamlined blush. I mean, the photography is always just so gorgeous. Hold up. I'm just, of course, my computer doesn't want to cooperate. Y'all gonna break the website? Like, so I don't know. There's so many people from so many different places here hanging out with me today. And I don't know if you all were impacted by the Control V. Oh, good Lord. I don't know if you all were impacted by the shutdown that happened earlier this morning. Apparently something went on with Microsoft, and a lot of computers were down, a lot of internet was down, and it was affecting the airlines. It was affecting so many different things. So I hope that everybody was okay while that was going on, while the madness was happening in our world. We rely on our computers and the internet for so much. Like, the pandemic, like, really just made me aware of how much online time I spend. It's how we connect with one another. I mean, we're online right now, right? I'm talking to people who are in Canada, people who are hundreds of thousands of miles away from me right now, but we are all at the same place at the same time talking about the things that we love. So I'm really just hopeful and prayerful about our society, about all the things that are going on in our world, and how much we depend on, you know, this infrastructure, how much we depend on computers. Like, what happens when it all goes down? Like, scary thought, right? So we're not going to talk about that anymore. I just, you know, like to keep you all aware of what's going on in the world. So I put the link in for the blush hooks. I encourage you all to open up another tab, get your hooks in your cart, place your order. With that, I want to congratulate our winner for today, because that's what we do now. So if you have not already done so, you need to sign up every week for our weekly Friday live giveaway. You need to sign up on furlscrochet.com /live. If you go there, there'll be a link where you click it and then you fill out to enter into the giveaway. Now, obviously, if you are a newsletter subscriber, you get this in your email, so you see it all the time and you are up to speed. You know what you need to do. But Marie O, congratulations to you. You have won 3 Onyx hooks. We will contact you via email if we have not already done so. Congratulations to you, Marie O. I love it, love it, love it. So next week, say it with me, everybody. Next week, the winner is going to receive some blush hooks. Next week is blush hooks. So make sure that you are signing up for the giveaways. You don't want to miss out on these. You do not want to miss out on these because we're giving, like I told you last time, we're not giving away junk over here. We're not giving away, the stuff that's just sitting in a pile or whatever. And we're like, oh, okay, let's just do a giveaway because it's not selling. No, we're giving away our new products that were just released. Like Onyx was just released and did a giveaway with those hooks. So make sure that you sign up for the giveaway. So I have some questions about how the hooks are made. So if you go to the website, it gives you more information about the hooks and how they were made and all that stuff. And they did a really great job on here. So I'm just going to quickly read it to you. So it's sustainable craftsmanship, 100% recyclable aluminum. It's the iconic Furls streamlined shape. Enjoy the smooth shape and finish of our ergonomic streamlined hooks. It's blush anodization. An anodized finish won't chip, flake, or rust over time. So the technique that is used, from what I understand, is that they anodize it. Now, y'all gonna have to go ahead and ask the Google machine, what does anodize mean? I know that it's like dipped in something or another, and you have to wait a certain amount of time and the colors change. So it's anodized. It's not paint. Like how the Odyssey handles were painted. This is not paint. So it's not going to chip. It's not going to fade. It's not going to go away because this is actually the color of the hook. This is the actual color of the material. Okay, so it's not going to chip, it's not going to flake, and it's not going to rust over. Ergonomic design to fit perfectly in your hand, reducing fatigue from repetitive hand motions. And the durability is anodization makes aluminum stronger, longer lasting, and more durable in a wider variety of environments and applications. So if you are looking for a hook that's not going to bend, that's not going to break, that's not going to, cause you any troubles, full transparency, yesterday I was crocheting and I put my hook down. And when you put your streamlined resin hooks down, you have to be super careful. I'm not telling you not to be careful with these hooks. Do be careful with them. But when it fell, I didn't completely lose my mind. Like, oh my God, my hook is broken, because it's aluminum and it really didn't do much damage. So yes, I encourage everybody, if you're looking for a durable, quality hook, this is the hook for you. So Jessica, I hope, excuse me, that answered your question. These are machine made, obviously, because how you want to turn metal, I don't know. But they are incredible hooks. I absolutely love them. I think blush is a great addition to the color scheme that we got going on here with Furls. How pretty is this? So excited. So make sure you get your hooks. All right. So congratulations again, to Marie O, who won this week's giveaway. You have won 3 Onyx hooks. Congratulations to you. We'll be contacting you via email. All right. So today, last week we talked about trends. Today, I kind of want to talk about yarn, right? So we not only collect hooks over here in Furls Land, But I don't know about y'all. I collect yarn. All of this in these baskets, it's all yarn. All yarn. And this is just, my office display situation. There's yarn everywhere. Like bins and bins, attic, yarn, just yarn everywhere. Underneath my bed, yarn, just yarn. And I know that I'm preaching to the choir when I say collecting yarn, collecting hooks, collecting patterns is all par for the course when you're a fiber artist. It's a part of what we do, right? I just wanted to talk a little bit about the different types of yarn, right? So last year, I think it was last year, I had the opportunity to work with the wonderful ladies over at the Edmonton Fiber Festival, which was so much fun. I got to hear about all the different types of yarn, all the different fibers, how many breeds of sheep there are that's used to make the natural fibers. It was just a really great learning experience for me. And I know that there are a lot of people who are yarn snobs. There are people who are like, acrylic, I'd never. But for me, I love acrylic. It's easy. You can get to acrylic yarn easy. It's not as expensive. And you get more bang for your buck with acrylic. So I am an acrylic girl. I do use cotton also. Natural fibers, I don't really use that much. So the animal fibers that there are, it's wool, which obviously is from sheep, cashmere, which comes from goats, mohair, again from Angora goats, alpaca, which comes from alpacas. Have you guys seen that video? I think I saw it on Instagram or TikTok, where it was a shared alpaca. It looks so funny. It was hilarious to me. So then there's silk, which comes from silkworms, and then Angora, which comes from rabbits. So there's a lot of different animal fibers. Now, I am allergic to animal fibers. I can never wear wool. I can't wear, the from the alpacas, all of that. I'm allergic to the dander that's in those animals, and so I can't use them. So unfortunately, no natural fibers from Mrs. Deveter. And then you have plant fibers. So you have cotton. We all know what cotton is. You have linen, which comes from flax plants. You have hemp, which comes from the hemp plant. You have bamboo. Obvious. You have jute. I've never heard of that. And then you have Ramie, Ramie, and that comes from a Chinese nettle plant, which is also a fiber that you can use to make yarn. And then you have your synthetic fibers. So you have acrylic, nylon, polyester, rayon, spandex, and microfibers. Now, these are the ones that are easy to get in bulk. You can get them from your big box stores. Wander Yarn is an acrylic yarn. So all of these are the yarns that you can get in high quality quantity. A lot of them you can find in really good quality, and you can get them for a reasonable price. Now, the animal fibers and the plant fibers are going to be a little bit more costly because there, is a price associated with having to grow these things, with sheep and goat and alpaca. You have to raise them. They come on farms. They have to be taken care of. The food that they eat has to be the right food to get the right coat and all that good stuff. So naturally, you're going to spend more for that, for those fibers, and that's fine. Here's a disclaimer, not a disclaimer, but something I want to mention. A lot of times when people talk about yarn, for crocheters, they're like, oh, you guys really don't use the animal fibers. Like, that's for knitting. That is not true. Anybody who makes things with their hands with fiber can use it to crochet, to knit, to whatever it is that you're doing. You can use whatever fiber that you want in order to make clothing, whatever it is that you're making. Don't be afraid of using these amazing fibers that are made available to us. There are some incredible hand dyers out there who are using amazing fibers, and they're making yarn for us. Now, I know that a lot of times the Z twist and the different kind of twists make it a little bit difficult when you're crocheting because they can split. But still, don't be afraid to use these different fibers. If you go to a specialty yarn store and you feel shunned because you have your crochet hook and knitting needles, clear the room. Let the folks know, yes, I am a crocheter, and yes, I do want to use specialty yarn, or I want to use, hand dyed yarn, or I want to use whatever the fiber is. You can use whatever you want to make whatever you want. Okay? Now, I said that because I've heard a lot of talk about crocheters, seen as less than and all that good stuff. So I don't subscribe to any of it. I think that we are all family. We are all doing amazing things with our hands, creating beautiful items with our hands. And whether you are knitting, whether you're crocheting, whether you are doing loom work, whatever it is that you're doing, if you're doing it with your hands, you can use whatever fiber you want, whatever tools you want. Okay? Okay. Now, Mrs. Deveter has spoken. Now, so there are also blended fibers. So these are fibers that blend, for instance, cotton and polyester, wool and acrylic. So these are blended fibers, and those fibers, they work up differently. They react differently. Some of them you have to what was I talking about last week? You have to block. All that kind of stuff. So some of the fibers that are blended, you have to treat them differently and know exactly what it is that you have. And sometimes it's really good to combine these fibers to get the best quality of the product that you're making. Longevity in a product. And then there are different products that, like some wools, I understand, are rough, and if you blend them with something else, it can make it a little bit softer, that kind of thing. So just be conscious of that. So there's a wide breadth of different kinds of fibers that are used for making products with crochet. So the other thing, I did a little research on the pros and cons of the different fibers. So I'm going to talk about those now. So cotton, the pros: it's smooth, it's strong, it's durable, it has excellent stitch definition, and makes it ideal for intricate patterns. The con is that it's less stretchy, which can be harder on the hands during long crocheting sessions, right? And we know that cotton is best for dishcloth, summer garments, amigurumi, and home decor. Okay. And then we have wool. The pro for wool is it's warm, it's stretchy, and has good elasticity. It can be felted for a dense fiber. The cons are some people find it itchy and it can be more challenging to care for. You have to hand wash wool and you have to lay it flat. So just a couple of things about that particular fiber. Let's see. So and for wool, it's best for winter garments, blankets, accessories like hats and scarves. Now we go to acrylic. So as I mentioned before, the pro is it's affordable, it's widely available, and it's easy to care for. Machine washable and durable, comes in a wide range of colors and textures. So you can get acrylic yarn that is sport weight all the way up to like super bulky, right? So really cool. The con is that it's less breathable. It can feel less natural than wool or cotton. And it's best for beginner projects, blankets, items that require frequent washing. So I definitely, for dolls and things of that nature, use acrylic because it's more durable. You can throw it in a wash if you needed to. You don't have to treat it as gently as you would a natural fiber. And then you have blends. So the pros for blends is it combines the best features of natural and synthetic fibers. For example, a cotton acrylic blend can be soft, durable, and easy to care for. That's what I mentioned a moment ago. A con is sometimes it's inherent in the drawbacks of both fibers as well. So knowing which fibers work together. I just saw somebody saying something about, let me see, I'm using cotton silk right now. So, that's a combination, cotton, silk. Let's see. Someone else said, I adore cotton. I adore cotton. Have fallen in love with it this summer. Going back to my plush yarns, I found I'm a lot faster and it's helped my stitches. So that's good to know. Let's see. Somebody is currently finishing an order for a set of cotton coasters as well. So cotton is definitely big in the summertime. So blends are versatile for various projects, from garments to home decor. And then we have bamboo. So bamboo is very soft, has a lovely sheen, and it is eco-friendly, which is always good. It's also breathable and has natural antibacterial properties. That's really cool to know. The con is that it can be slippery to work with and may stretch out over time. So it's best for baby items, summer garments, lightweight accessories. I know that a lot of people use bamboo for like swimwear, which I think is really interesting. I'm not sure like how it acts in water, but I've heard that like a bamboo cotton blend might be interesting for swimwear. Then we have alpaca. The pros is it's very soft, it's warm, and it's hypoallergenic. So I might have to look at alpaca, because I always thought that it has the dander and stuff like that in there, but it says that it contains no lanolin. So I might have to check out alpaca. The cons, which is why Mrs. Deveter hasn't tried alpaca, is it can be expensive and may not have the same elasticity as wool. So it's best for luxury items, winter garments, and accessories. Good stuff, y'all. And then finally, the recommendation that I received is that for beginners, acrylic yarn is often recommended due to its affordability and ease of use. As you gain more experience, you might want to experiment with different fibers to see which ones you prefer to use for various types of projects. That's yarn. I just want to talk a little bit about yarn. There are so many different varieties. There are so many different people who provide yarn. Hand-dyed yarn is all the rage. I reached out to our friend Shannon. I wanted to invite her to join me today to talk about her brand, Yarn Baby. But it's her birthday. So happy birthday to you, Shannon, if you watch this video. And her son was having his wisdom tooth pulled. So she wasn't able to join me this time, but I'm definitely going to have her come and we'll talk some more about the different types of yarn, the different types of dyeing techniques. And it's a big thing. And it's really important that we know the fibers that we're using. We know, what we're using it for. For instance, I was telling you guys about a top that I'm trying to make. And in the pattern, it calls for a sport weight yarn in a specific hook size. And I'm like, man, I don't have any sport weight yarn. I don't see the color that I want. So I'm going to try this acrylic yarn that I have. Truth of the matter is, because Mrs. Deveter does not like to gauge swatch, the hook, I can't figure out what size hook I need to use. I'm like going back and forth, taking it out, putting it back together. I'm like, it just won't fit. So I think I'm going to have to get the sport weight and follow the pattern the way it is designed. A lot of times when you're trying to cut corners and do things your own way, you end up wasting time, right? And who has time to waste? Because time is one thing you can never get back. Like this 45 minutes you're spending with me right now, you'll never get this time back. So when I come live, I definitely want it to be valuable. I want it to be a good use of your time. And so I try to make sure that I'm talking about something that everybody would be interested in, something that that you can learn something from, share information with others, that kind of thing. So today, we talked about yarn. I hope that it was interesting. I hope that you learned something new that you may not have known about yarn. And you learned about the blush streamline metal is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I love my people. These are my people. So the young lady who was helping me with this garment, I took a picture of the thing, right? Because I did a gauge swatch, y'all. I don't think I did it right. But I did a gauge swatch. I took a picture with the measuring tape, and she was like, oh, I need it to be this way. Oh, I need it to be. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, ma'am. I don't know how to gauge swatch. I've watched the videos. I bought the little gauge swatch square thing. I still don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Sorry. Didn't mean to rant. But yeah, I don't know. This was a beautiful yarn. Oops. Thank you, Michelle. It is a beautiful hook, isn't it? This was I missed that yarn too. It was a beautiful, beautiful yarn, and it was really nice. It was a nice one. But that is one thing that sucks when the yarn you fall in love with gets discontinued. It's so sad. But it happens. A lot of businesses, they have to discontinue it for one reason or the other, whether it's the manufacturer isn't making it anymore or the color. I don't know why that. It just wants you to stay up there, Michelle. So, discontinued yarn definitely is disheartening. So when you find a yarn that you really, really like, get all the colors so that you just have it in your stash, which is why, we have yarn all over the place because we just buy the yarn, not knowing what project we're going to use it for. Like, I have so much yarn and I'm like, it's just pretty. What am I going to use it for? Like, what are you going to do with that yarn, Miss Deveter? You're never going to wear that color. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, we all do it. We all do it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Shout out to all my Furls peeps, the Furls girls. Love you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to come and hang out with my friends every Friday. I always just get so much joy when I am able to be in a space with people who are like-minded, who are excited about the same things like hooks and yarn and patterns and all that good stuff. It is the weekend, everybody. I hope that you have a great one. I hope you have something fun on your hooks. Tell me in the comments right quick, what do you have on your hook? And I'll show you what I have on mine. So last week, I told you guys that I haven't made a doll in like forever. And I was like missing making dolls. So Miss Aniqua, my husband's calling me. He knows I'm live. Miss Aniqua of My Kind of Thing released a new Minions pack. It's so cute. So this is it's a girl doll. And of course, my pattern and everything is on the other side of the room. But this is going to be the hat. And she has like an afro puff that's going to be coming out. But it has the minion eye. Wait, y'all, look. Overall. Oh my goodness. How stinking cute is this, y'all? So she's going to be pink and yellow and so cute that of course I have to make a boy version of it. But I'm using Wander. I never remember the color of the yarn, but I'm using Wander, and these colors, they say Mrs. Deveter, first of all. But they're so pretty and so cool. And I am going to make a boy doll as well. So I have a boy and a girl, and I'm just excited about it. I have not made a doll in weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Months. I guess if I say weeks and weeks and weeks, that's like months, right? I haven't made a doll in months, so I'm really excited about that. So let's see, what do you guys have on your hooks? We have a temperature blanket. We have yay, Yoli, she's finishing the brim of a bucket hat. Somebody just requested a bucket hat from me the other day, so I got to figure out what in the world they want to do. Oh, let's see. What else we have here? A halter top, bee Amy, and the scrunchie. I commend you guys who can have multiple things on your hook. I can't do it. My brain is like, you got to finish this before you move on to that. So kudos to all of you who have multiple works at the same time. I can't do it. I've tried, but I've never succeeded. What else you all have on your hook? Ooh, pants. What kind of pants you got on your hook, girl? You gotta let us know what you making. She fancy, y'all. So, for those of you who don't know who Michelle Ware is the person who introduced me to Furls. And I will show you the very first Furls hook I ever received. It was this beautiful candy shop hook. Michelle bought this hook for me. I don't know what year that was, but Michelle bought this hook for me, and we used to go to the same church, and our daughters were in the dance ministry together. And one day she was like, we were crocheting in the back together, and I was using, of course, my little metal boil or somebody hook. And she was like, "Girl, why are you using that hook?" I was like, "Well, what kind of hook am I supposed to use? That's what they had at the Walmart, so I'm using the hook that I had in my hook bag." And she let me use one of her Furls hooks, and I was like, wow, this is nice. Now, Michelle has little hands like Pam. So Candy Shot was definitely right up her alley. And then she gifted me a hook, and I was like, oh, this is really nice. And fast forward to 2020. I don't know how many times I've told this story, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself like my 99-year-old grandma who repeats her stories over and over again. But it is an impactful story because it is my origin story of my love for Furls and how I even became a part of this amazing company and this amazing team. So fast forward to 2020, I was laid off from my job, pandemic, all of that lovely stuff was going on. And she was receiving the Furls newsletters, and at the bottom was information about a job opening, and she forwarded it to me. And nothing in that job title had anything to do with what I've ever done in my entire life. But I applied anyway. And when I had the interview with Lorraine and Harrison, my goodness, just a flashback, a great flashback. They, it's me. They were talking to me. They were talking to Mr. Deveter. I had my hair done. I had my interview clothes on. I had my lipstick on. And I was just being me and giving all that I give you all on every Friday. And Harrison actually said he really enjoyed the conversation, so forth and so on. And I received an email back a few hours later or the next day, whatever, saying, you're not a fit for this particular role that we were interviewing for, but we're going to create a role for you. When does that happen, y'all? When do people create roles for you? Well, Harrison and Lorraine created a role for me, and that's how I became a part of the Furls family. And from that day to this one, I am so thankful for the opportunity to be a part of this amazing company. I think, people don't realize how, I'm starting to get teary-eyed, but I will not cry. People don't realize that at certain points in your life, you just need a door opened, right? And when they opened this door for me, it just opened up so many different opportunities for me. So much so that in September, I'm going to be a part of the Stitch Factor competition, and I'll be hosting it. Like 5 years ago, nobody could have ever told me that I would be doing anything this impactful in crochet in this fiber arts world, on the cover of Crochet Foundry magazine. Like what? Like what? True story. Yesterday, as I was scrolling Instagram, I I was scrolling, just regular old scroll, half an hour or whatever, and there was a picture of me, and I'm like, hey, that's me. Silly me, not realizing that, the promos that go up about having this live, obviously, Deveter, your face is going to be on those promos. And so when I scrolled and I saw my face on the Furls Crochet Instagram page, who thousands of people see, I was just like, wow, how did that happen? It was a really humbling moment. And again, I'm really thankful that I'm able to be a part of your community. And you guys all owe it to Michelle. It's all her fault. And I love saying that. It's all your fault, girl. It's all your fault. Yeah, okay. I'm done with being all sentimental and all that. But yeah, I just want you to know that I am so grateful for you. I am thankful that you come and you hang out with me and you listen to me drone on and on and on about the things that I love because you love them too. So yeah, the Furls blush hook is now available. Go and get you one because you don't want to miss out on it. Leo, I believe, is going to be or has been restocked. So go and get you one. Cancer season is just about over. So if you haven't gotten your hook yet, I don't know what to tell you because it might be all gone. Where's my cancer hook? It's somewhere back there. Like, when did I get so many hooks? Earlier this week, I went through my stash and I saw that I had a few duplicate hooks. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to send these to some peeps. And I did. So when you have an abundance, I think it's imperative that you share. Don't be a hoarder, right? I'll never have the hooks in my stash. I'll never use. Why? Because I gravitate to a specific hook, right? We all do. We all have a hook that we're just like, this is my go-to hook. If I need a size G, I know exactly which hook I'm going to pick up to crochet with. So to have 8,000 hooks and 4 in the same size and not share it with somebody, to me, is just not right. So earlier this week, I shared 4 hooks with 2 lovely young ladies who are a part of my core, and yeah, so do that. As a matter of fact, I might do a Mrs. Deveter giveaway. I know Pam's gonna be like, Deveter, what? I don't know. I might give something away. So be on the lookout for your for messages. Mrs. Deveter might hit you up and say, hey, I want to send you a hook. Send me your address. You never know. You just never know. All right, guys. That's all I have for you today. Just wanted to share a little bit about all the different types of yarn fibers that there are. Do some research. Find out, more about the different types of fibers. I'm going to have to look into alpaca. I might have to find something that's on sale, some on sale stuff. So I could try it out and see, if it's something that I can use. Yeah, that's all I have today. Make sure that you're taking good care of your body. Transparent moment, I found out why I have this incessant cough. I started a new medicine and the side effects is coughing. It's not fun. So I have to try and figure out how to get off this medicine so I don't be coughing all over the place. But I'm well. I hope that you're well. Make sure you're exercising, rolling those shoulders, taking good care of your body so that you can crochet for as long as you want. Get your blush hook. And have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. See you next week. Bye. Don't forget to sign up for the giveaway. Next week's giveaway is going to be blush hooks. So make sure you sign up for the giveaways. All right, everybody.